The top 10 point guards from 1980 to 1990. The point guard position has always been arguably the most important in the NBA, since that's the player who touches the ball first on every possession. This means that the point guard is the extension of the coach on the floor and is responsible for making the correct plays on a nightly basis. The point guards were and still are the players who are changing the game in their era. So let's see who were the best point guards in the 1980s. Number 10. Michael Ray Richardson. Richardson was a lightning-quick 6'5" combo point guard who could also play the shooting guard position. The University of Montana alum was given the nickname Sugar Ray for his sweet shooting stroke and playmaking moves. Richardson was selected 4th in the 1978 NBA draft by the New York Knicks. He was billed as the next Walt Clyde Frazier. Despite the enormous pressure of playing in the Big Apple, Richardson was excellent in New York, where he became the 3rd player in NBA history to lead the league in assists and steals in the same season. He went on to play for the Golden State Warriors and the New Jersey Nets, but unfortunately, his rising basketball career would end abruptly on February 25, 1986, as the NBA Commissioner, David Stern, banned Richardson for his 3rd violation of the league's anti-drug policy. Number 9. Norm Nixon. Norm Nixon played 10 seasons for the Lakers and the Clippers. He averaged 15.7 points, 8.3 assists, and 2.6 rebounds in 768 regular season games. He was selected to play in 2 All-Star games and won 2 NBA titles. During his playing years, Nixon was vice president of the NBA Players Association. His assist average has him in the NBA's top 15, and he shares the league's record for most minutes played in a game, which was 64. Nixon subsequently invested in properties and became a sports agent with Premier Management Group. In 1979, Nixon was featured in the sports film The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, where he met actress Debbie Allen, whom he later married in 1984. Number 8. Maurice Cheeks. Maurice "Mo" Cheeks was seldom the flashiest player on the court, but his steady all-around game proved invaluable to the teammates and coaches who appreciate team play and defense the most. Cheeks was selected by the Philadelphia 76ers in the 1978 NBA draft, where he would play 11 of his 15 seasons in the NBA. The 5-time NBA All-Defensive selection was a key member of the Sixers' 1983 NBA championship team. He was a prototypical point guard, making life miserable for the opponent on one end and working tirelessly to set up his teammates on the other. The 4-time NBA All-Star finished his career as the league's all-time leader in steals and ranked 5th in assists, all while shooting better than 52% from the floor. Number 7. Fat Lever. Arguably one of the most underrated players in NBA history, Lever had 46 triple-doubles in his career with the Nuggets. He was a triple-double threat every night. In 6 seasons with the Nuggets, Lever averaged 17 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 7.5 assists and 2.5 steals per game. He was named to the 2nd team All-Defense in 1988 and is among the Nuggets' top 10 all-timer in steals, assists, field goals made, and rebounds. Back in the day, Lever was the only player known named Magic Johnson who had at least 2 games with recorded 24 points and 18 assists. He also played for the Portland Trail Blazers and the Dallas Mavericks. Number 6. John Stockton. If we talk about his whole career, Stockton would have ranked much higher on this list, but in the 80s, he was just setting the cornerstones of an amazing career that would later rank him 1st in all-time steals and assists. He was fast and gritty and one of the purest playmakers in history. The Jazz never missed the playoffs since Stockton was drafted in 1984. Stockton's assists records include most in a season with 1,164, the highest average for a season, 14.5 assists per game, and most seasons leading the league, and most consecutive seasons leading the league with 9. Number 5. Dennis Johnson. For a guy who sat on the bench in his senior year of high school and was barely noticed by college recruiters, Dennis Johnson was an unlikely NBA hero. A born fighter who didn't have the greatest natural skills, Johnson battled his way from mediocrity as a prep player to greatness as a pro. During his 13-year playing career in Seattle, Phoenix, and Boston, Johnson established himself as one of the best defensive guards in the league. His quick hands and feet made him a constant threat to strip the ball from opponents. He always seemed to be in the middle of the action, and Johnson was named to 5 All-Star teams and 9 straight All-Defensive teams. He was a member of 3 NBA championship squads, and his postseason heroics earned him a reputation as a money player. Number 4. Alvin Robertson. On the basketball court, Alvin Robertson was an All-American guard at the University of Arkansas and a 4-time NBA All-Star for the San Antonio Spurs and the Milwaukee Bucks. In 10 seasons in the NBA, the 6'3" Robertson played in 779 games and had career averages of 14 points, 5.2 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2.7 steals. Robertson is one of 4 NBA players and the only guard to record a quadruple-double. He had 20 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, and 10 steals for the Spurs against the Phoenix Suns on February 18, 1986. Robertson is the only NBA player to accomplish that feat with steals rather than blocked shots. Off the court, Robertson has been arrested 17 times, first in 1990 and most recently in 2018. He was charged with offenses including assault, burglary, criminal trespassing, resisting arrest, and violating parole. Number 3. Sidney Moncrief. He never finished in the top 10 in scoring or the top 5 in assists or rebounds. His team never made it to the NBA Finals, and his name doesn't appear on the list of all-time statistical leaders. But ask anyone to name the top all-around players of the 80s, and Sidney Moncrief will be on that list. If any player could do it all, it was Moncrief, who played 10 of his 11 NBA seasons with the Milwaukee Bucks and entered the Hall of Fame in 2019. He could shoot from the outside, post up, dunk over 7-foot centers, make the key pass, crash the boards, and slash through the paint for a layup. Michael Jordan once said, "When you play against Moncrief, you're in for a night of all-around basketball." Number 2. Isiah Thomas. Isiah Thomas was one of the greatest point guards to ever play the game of basketball. Thomas, who stood barely over 6 feet, was in his day the grittiest performer to play the position, a feisty competitor who had the skill and determination to take over a game at will. Thomas helped build a last-place Detroit Pistons team into back-to-back NBA champions in the late 80s. Though Thomas was an unselfish player, his personal achievements were impressive. In 13 years with Detroit, he became the franchise's all-time leader in points, assists, steals, and games played. He made the All-Star team in all but his final year and was named NBA Finals MVP in 1990. So before we go on and see who was the best NBA point guard in the 80s, make sure you like the video and comment down below about your favorite part of the video. And also, let us know which of these players, in your opinion, was the best. And make sure you subscribe to the Top 10 Everythingz with the notification bell on. Number 1. Magic Johnson. Earvin "Magic" Johnson was one of the truly unique athletes who changed the way their sport is played with their individual skills and personality. Still, Earvin Johnson was even more than a revolutionary player who at 6'9" was the tallest point guard in NBA history when he entered the league. From the moment he stepped onto the court, people pondered, how could a man so big do so many things with the ball and with his body? It was magic. Johnson accomplished virtually everything a player could dream of during his 13-year NBA career, all of which was spent with the Los Angeles Lakers. He was a member of 5 championship teams, he won the Most Valuable Player award and the Finals MVP award 3 times each. He was a 12-time All-Star and a 9-time member of the All-NBA First Team. He won a gold medal with the original Dream Team at the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona. Thank you for watching Top 10 Everythingz, and I'll see you next time with another amazing video.